We were talking about the fact that Bisden Road there, which is the entrance to San Mateo in that neighborhood, is underwater.
Yes, it is, and we're still seeing constant gusts of wind, constant rain. I'm going to back up to show you how deep the water is right now. Past my knees. I'm about 5'1", so if that gives you any indication, more than a foot deep of water here along Bisden Road. To give you an idea of where I am, this is just off of North Main Street on the north side, and you can see the water is just flooded this area far down the roadway. If it gives you an idea of where I am, on the other side of Bisden Road, that is San Mateo Elementary School. There's several communities in and around this area. We actually saw some cars try to drive up to this area. They saw that it was flooded. They turned around, but one vehicle actually drove through this water. I'm surprised they made it through. My thing is, it is not safe right now to get on the roads. We don't know what's under here, what kind of debris, and you don't know how deep it is until you come out here and stand here like I am. Very dangerous. We're still seeing some heavy gusts of wind. This is not the time to get stuck here, folks. It's very dark out right now. There are a few lights that are out for the most part. I'm seeing some of the street lights are still on, but look at the sign right here. It's been swaying back and forth as we are getting some of those heavy gusts of wind. Very unsafe. And I think we're gonna get off right now because we were hearing earlier some people screaming from across the street. I don't know if they're asking for help. So we're gonna go check that out, and then we will check back in with you guys. Reporting live on the north side, Crystal Moyer, Channel 4, the local station.
Yeah, Crystal, go help them, absolutely. And again, if anybody needs anything, please make sure you call 911. Let us know here at the station. We'll help with that as well.
Where Crystal Moyer is, because there's a rescue that's happening. Crystal.
Hey, I'm so sorry I'm out of breath, guys. My cameraman, John Finley, we heard something during our live shot near Bisden Road. Somebody was screaming, help. We were talking about how deep those waters are. I know you can't see much, but those flashing lights right there. Somebody was stuck in their vehicle. So some guy came running to us, water up to his waist, saying, my girlfriend, she's stuck in her car. We need help. And you know, John, he just threw me the camera and ran out there. Oh my gosh. So it's really dark out here right now. Water up to the waist. This is off of Bisden Road on the north side off of North Main Street. I hope they're safe out there. I'm of course in lower waters near Just for Kids daycare, but those lights you're seeing off in the distance, water has flooded that vehicle. 2 people were stuck inside. The guy was able to get out, flag us down, said his girlfriend was stuck inside. So our photographer, John, he's out there right now. They are carrying her to safety. So
okay, Crystal,
definitely not a time to get out right now, folks. I know.
Crystal, I want you to
Yes?
take a breath. Just take a deep breath, okay? Take a second and calm down. We're going to recap for viewers. No. This is live TV. And you are in the middle of a very tense and emotional situation. Okay, you see them walking to you?
I see the guy, the gentleman that was in the car walking towards me.
And how about John?
Excuse me, sir, are you okay? Where's my photographer, John? Is he helping the female?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what happened?
Actually, it was sad and it got deeper and deeper.
You said it got deeper. If you can turn around
Yeah,
for a
we
minute.
went driving out, but probably not.
Oh my gosh, so what made you guys want to get on the road right now?
I had to go pick her up.
Oh, you were trying to pick her up.
Yeah, and then we ran out of gas earlier and we had to get somebody to come get us some gas when we on the way back.
So John is helping that woman as well as the other guy. Is she okay?
Yeah, she's all right.
Okay. Okay, guys, right now he says they're all okay. The car's right in front of me, almost completely underwater. You can see the lights of the front of the vehicle are underwater. It looks like 3 people were in the car. They said they were trying to pick up a girl and somebody's girlfriend, and they just got stuck there. So luckily we were here. They flagged us down. I heard them during my live shot.
Crystal,
do you need help?
No, we're fine.
Are you sure? Where's John?
We are fine. They said John and the other gentleman, he's on the other side. If you look right across, it's really difficult to see. Water's up to the waist, so I'm gonna wait for John to come back and get me.
Okay, so
because I had to walk through waist-deep water to get over here.
So you've got John, who is our photographer.
So we'll check back in with you guys, but for now I'm gonna go help them out.
All right,
that's fine. Yeah, go ahead,
so
go.
Okay, so basically, Bruce and Jen, and sorry if I get a little bit emotional because we've just been through some crazy stuff out here. We're on Bisden Road, and this is off of North Main Street. What happened was we were doing a live shot talking about how flooded the roads were, and over there, it was just past my knees. we heard somebody screaming in the distance. You can't see, it's dark out here. I had no idea what's going on. We got off and then we came running over here, and this is near a daycare in the Texaco gas station. Look behind me. This vehicle almost submerged in water here. There were 2 people inside. So one guy was able to get out and come flag us down. We ran out here and he said, my girlfriend, she's getting out and she's getting on the roof of the car. She's still over there. You know, thank God my photographer, John, he was here. He, you know, threw me all the gear and jumped out here. The water is up past the waist out here, folks. This is not the time to get out here and drive around. It's really difficult to see. I'm sure, you know, they had good intentions. We were talking to the gentleman and he said he just wanted to pick up his girlfriend. So I'm not sure where they were coming from. You can see the lights of the back of the vehicle. It's floating right now out here in the parking lot. We called 911. I spoke to fire rescue. They said all of their resources, they're out rescuing people and trying to get things back in order right now. So they couldn't come out here and rescue them. Luckily, a gentleman in a truck came driving by not too long after that. I flagged him down. This gentleman, he was so nice. His name is John. John, if you're out there, thank you. He took them to safety. He said he had been driving around and just dropped off somebody else. So obviously people are out and about right now and getting into some sort of situation. So again, this just, you gotta be safe, guys, because if you can imagine being in this type of situation, you don't want to be stuck out here. It's dark, you can't see anybody. If we weren't out here, they would have been stuck. They didn't have their shirts on, they were shivering. You know, I don't know if they were hurt. They told me they were fine, but obviously they were very scared, as we are too. So just make sure you are safe, get into a safe location. We are out here to help you guys. You know, we are safe in a safe location. That's why we have, you know, large trucks. We have a news crew so that you don't have to come out here and see it for yourself. So again, this is along Baysden Road. If you live in these neighborhoods, stay indoors for now. You are flooded. It is hard to see out here. It's dark. Even it was difficult for us. I have to get out and make sure I get out here to see how deep the waters are. So I'm glad this couple was taken to safety. They said they didn't live too far from this area, so a gentleman is going to take them to safety. And of course, those rescue crews out there right now, I'm talking JFRD, I'm talking police, all of their resources are being used, rescuing other people, trying to help get everything back in order as far as power. They cannot help you right now because they're already busy. So just stay at home to avoid any other issues. Bruce, Jen.
Crystal, I'm going to ask you a question that everybody has on their mind, that everybody's afraid to ask. The guy who left the car, left his girlfriend in the car. Why?
Well, he wanted to get help. I guess he saw we had lights out in the distance. And when we were going live, we heard people screaming. We couldn't tell what it was because you can't see out here. So he said his girlfriend is getting on the roof of the car. And I asked him, you know, is everybody okay? What's going on? He kept saying, my girlfriend's still over there. She's sitting on the car. We need help. And then, you know, John just jumped into action and went and got her and brought them to safety. There's a little bit of area that doesn't have too much flooding at an old gas station out here. So that's where they kind of hung out while we were trying to figure out how we were going to move forward with this situation. So very dangerous. You know, if we weren't here, I don't know what would have happened. That car almost submerged. Take a look. It's very difficult to see because it's dark, but it's almost submerged.
All right, Crystal, thank you.
Bruce,
By the
Jen.
way, that area of San Mateo feeds off the Broward River, which is basically a tributary that goes into others. And with all the storm surge we've seen, that's probably responsible for that flooding.
I just hope that Crystal is still listening, because Crystal, you are amazing. John, amazing to just jump in and to help when people needed it. Those people shouldn't have been out, we know it, but Crystal has the best heart. John is amazing, and I'm so glad everyone's okay. And I'm just so, they're just great people. They have a great heart. And at the end of the day, we are all here just to help you.
Crystal Moyer in the San Mateo area. And Crystal, whew, look at that tree on top of a car. That's devastating.
I know, we saw heavy flooding out here, and then, you know, a couple of guys came around, they were waving us down. They said, we need help because an hour ago, a tree just destroyed their mobile home and their Jeep vehicle. So right now I'm gonna bring in Jonathan and Marquise. They were living inside this home at the time. Jonathan, you own this home. Tell me a little bit about what happened.
We was just sitting there laying down, and all of a sudden this big tree just come falling through my home out of nowhere.
And you said
expect it.
you didn't expect it?
Nope.
And Marquise, you said you guys were trapped in there.
Yeah, we were trapped. Like, the first place we ran was to the front door, and like, as soon as we opened the door, it was like a big old tree just sitting right there. So you can hear the crackling too as the tree still like falling, pieces still falling. So we just had to try to find a way out. And like with the mobile homes, they put the little air thing in the window, so you can't climb out the window. So we had to go to the back door. Like,
and are you guys okay? Anybody hurt?
No, we're okay. Yeah, we're okay.
So where do we go from here? Obviously, you guys have what you're wearing right now, and so where do we go from here?
I guess I'm gonna try to call somebody or something to see if I can get a ride to his house and go from there.
All right, so let's take another look. This large tree, again, we are at this mobile home park in San Mateo. Just across the street is where we were, heavy flooding up to your waist. And now we are dealing with downed trees. Destroyed this mobile home. This gentleman, Jonathan, said he was living here for a year, his first home. Also that Jeep, their only mode of transportation, is just crushed under this large tree. So this place is covered with a lot of other trees. You can hear some crackling. That's why we're trying to stay a safe distance back away from this in case anything else is planning to come down. But, we told them to call 911. They're asking us for help. There's not much we can do about it right now except for let the viewers know. Right now we could see neighbors standing outside taking a look at this as well because it happened about an hour ago. They said they heard this loud crash. They were sleeping inside and they had to find a way to escape because they were just stuck inside that mobile home. So, we're going to see a lot of down trees in and around the area, and it's still really windy out here too. We've been feeling strong gusts of wind. So if you can get to a safe place, it's definitely where you want to be right now until things calm down. For now, we'll keep you guys updated. Reporting live in San Mateo, Krista Moyer, Channel 4, the local station. People in the San Mateo neighborhood already cleaning up after these rough storms. Take a look, already carrying branches from this large tree that dropped, blocking this road near Elaine Drive. They've got several chainsaws out here, community members coming together to clean everything up. I'm gonna bring somebody, a helper right here. He lives in the area. Tell me about, what's going on.
He lives in the area. His name's Scott Schubert. I'm just a friend. I live in Calhoun.
Oh, so you came down here to help out?
Yes, ma'am.
That's great.
We stayed the night at their house, because we wanted to get away from the storm in Calhoun, so we decided to come over here. They invited us over because we were living in a mobile home in Calhoun.
Mm-hmm.
We were afraid it was going to get crushed, so we decided to come over here.
So it looks like all hands on deck. Have you seen a lot of debris throughout this area?
Oh, yes, ma'am. We saw a lot. I mean, down the road here, there was a tree that went through a house. We tried to help them out last night, but the rain and wind was bad and couldn't get out, so did the best we could to stay bunkered down, but we made it through. So now you see we're just in the process of cleaning up.
Right.
So.
Since the rain has stopped, I've seen a lot of community members coming out of their homes, making sure everyone's okay. Have you seen a lot of community involvement?
So far, yes. A lot of people's come out. I mean, gradually more people are coming out now. The rain's gone. Wind's, still going pretty good. But for the most part, we've seen a lot of people giving us a hand and throughout the neighborhood. Just hope everybody comes together and continues to do what we're doing. We'll get back to normal soon, I hope.
Well, thank you so much. We're hoping so as well, and thankfully nobody's hurt from this, and we'll let you get back to cleaning everything up. But we continue to move around this community and see some of the other debris and some of the other issues we saw. Down the street, we saw a trampoline flew across somebody's backyard, and it's now posted up against the fence. A lot of down fences, a lot of down trees. We also saw a tree fell right on top of a home, very damaged out there, and we spoke to a neighbor about what she heard.
When I was coming out, I heard this big bang, and my whole house shook, and it scared me to death. And my husband said that tree across the street just fell in that lady's house. So we watched, and the rescue came, and they got here pretty fast. Evidently, she called them, and I think she's hurt pretty bad. And the whole night, I was just kind of scared. I mean, it was bad all night.
We're hearing a woman that lived inside was transported to the hospital with some injuries to her leg. We don't know what the extent of the injuries, but we're hoping everyone's all right. That house doesn't seem to be livable right now. It is taped off, and we're continuing to travel around the area to see what kind of damage and debris we can find. For now, reporting in San Mateo, Krista Moyer, Channel 4, the local station.
Crystal, that's a big one.
That's right, Mel and Jen. We are in the Rolling Hills community. This is on the west side, just west of 295. Look at this tree, the stump of it, the base of the tree is as tall as I am, and it looks like it split and then toppled on top of this home, right on top of the garage portion. So the good news is it doesn't appear that anybody is here right now, but I mean, we haven't even seen the effects of Irma yet, and we're already seeing large trees toppling onto homes. You can see there is some metal pieces hanging from the roof, as well as part of the roof that is exposed. If you take a step over here, John, he's my photographer, you could see right through the roof. So obviously this constant rain can possibly flood inside the garage and lead into the home. So right now there's just a ton of debris all over the ground, and just look how large this tree is, going all the way into the neighbor's yard. It is just a mess. So of course, when we heard about it, we came out here, and a lot of neighbors came outside once they saw our reports.
Crystal Moyer was out with her photographer, and they heard someone screaming in the distance and realized that somebody needed to be rescued.
Yeah, in that car that's right behind you. Not sure Crystal can hear us. Crystal, we're live on the air. So, can you hear us? All right. So, at about 4 o'clock this morning,
I'm here.
At 4 o'clock this morning, we get word that Blaisdell, which is the main road into San Mateo, is flooded. And then a couple of hours later, you're out there on air with a live shot, and in that vehicle behind you, a little drama started to unfold.
Oh, yes. So what happened was we were doing our live shot, and in the middle of the live shot, John and I, we heard this faint noise. It was some kind of screaming. We didn't know if somebody was yelling for help. So we got off real quick and we ran right down the street, and it was this guy. He ran towards us saying, hey, my girlfriend's stuck in the car. And we were like, what's going on? So it was pitch black. You can't see. As you can see behind me, that is their vehicle. So I'm not sure what happened, but on the corner of Basin Road and Main Street North, their car got stuck in this flooding. And let me tell you, I walked all the way out there and it is past our waist. So obviously their car was starting to take on water. The gentleman was able to get out and flag us down. Unfortunately, that woman, she was stuck there, was able to get to the roof. So, you know, my photographer, he jumped into action. He threw me all of his equipment and he went right over there to that vehicle to save that woman. So, you know, that guy, he was hanging out with me for a while. We did speak to him as well. They were both very shaken up. You know, they didn't have their shirts on, so they were freezing cold. But John was able to get her to safety. He actually got her all the way over there to that abandoned gas station. And again, this is by the Just for Kids Learning Center. If you're familiar with the Basin Road area, San Mateo Elementary is on the other side of the street. So if you live in that area, San Mateo along Basin Road, most of that road is flooded. I'm not talking about just a little bit of flood. I'm talking about waist deep or higher. The wind is blowing very heavily. Good thing is that couple is okay. We were trying to call 911. We did get in touch with dispatch. We did get in touch with JFRD. They were so busy trying to rescue other people throughout the area, they could not make it here. So thank God there was somebody driving by in a truck named John, and he was able to take him to safety. I got to speak to him after that.
I used to be a volunteer fire department or fireman, and I still got it. So it's just natural instinct to help people.
And what was it like when these two jumped in the car and they were shivering, cold, wet?
Yeah, they were pretty distraught, and I took them to their house. However, I couldn't get them to their house because their road was underwater. So I took them to their grandmother's house, and they're safe now.
And your reaction to seeing them out here in their car in the water?
Yeah, just shocked. I was shocked when I left San Mateo this morning and saw that you could not get out the normal way, that there's about 5 feet of water running across the road. So I had to go out the back way. I was really surprised to see this much water.
So I'm telling you right now, the weather is not letting up quite yet. We are still experiencing heavy gusts of wind. You can see it's raining sideways out here in San Mateo. It'll get calm for a second and then the wind picks back up. It is still raining. The roads are still flooding. So not a good idea to get out here. We've seen several cars pass along North Main Street. We've seen a couple try to drive down Basin Road. They've had to turn around and find another way. So unless it's an emergency, there's really no reason for you to be out on the roadways. As for that couple that John just told you, he was able to transport them to safety. You know, it's a very scary situation, Bruce. I know we were live, but you know, John, he said, you stay here, Crystal, and he jumped into action and went to save this woman. So I'm very glad she's okay. We're not hearing about any injuries right now. They were just really cold and shaken up, and as you can see, their car almost submerged in this parking lot. So right now, as you can see, the street is up a little higher. It looks like it goes down into a ditch, and the parking lot is a lot lower than you would expect. So if you think you can drive over here, maybe try to get across to get to your neighborhood, not a good idea, folks, because you may end up in the same situation as we saw earlier this morning. Reporting live, Crystal Moyer, Channel 4, the local station.
Crystal, thank
yeah, I was
you.
gonna say, and
And they want to know, where do I find gas?
Not here, Bruce. Not in Baldwin, not off of I-10 and US 301. I'm here at the Pilot Travel Center. It's right next to that TA truck stop and gas station. You can see people are using gas cans to fill their gas because there just isn't any gas here right now. This place is closed. The doors are locked. Matter of fact, a lot of businesses in this area are just closed. You can see the gas pump is completely covered here. You can't even get to the pump right now. A lot of people are frustrated. You can see over a dozen cars. We've got RVs, we've got trucks and vans, people sleeping in their vehicles. We spoke to a woman from North Carolina. She got stuck with Irma because she was visiting her daughter, and now she's just frustrated.
We came down to visit my daughter and we got stuck with the storm. And now we're trying to head back home and we seem to not be able to find any gas anywhere. Every gas station is out of gas. Our gas light came out. We saw plenty of people on the road without gas. We had to park over here next to this gas station and just sleep there during the night and hope for some gas.
So the people behind me are hoping that the gas pumps open soon, but for right now, we've been hearing about some crazy stories. We've heard some people are, quote, trying to bootleg gas, trying to sell gas on the street through their tanks. Also, people trying to turn on the gas. Not a good idea, folks. For right now, we're trying to send people over to Chafee Road. That's where we know a gas station is open right now. But we're going to continue to drive around the area and let you guys know where you can and can't get that gas. Reporting live, Crystal Moyer, Channel 4, the local station. Jen and Bruce, matter of fact, I took a look with Gas Buddy, and as of last night, more than 50% of Florida gas stations were out of gas. So really, it's a hot commodity. People are driving all around looking for it, especially people traveling from North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, trying to get back to Tampa. Look at this line. I'm outside of the Love's gas station and convenience store off of I-95 and Pecan Park Road. The line of vehicles waiting to get into this gas station far beyond the exit to 95. So a lot of people trying to get into this gas station. I can see some of the pumps may be out of service. One guy actually told us that a person in an RV accidentally pushed the emergency button, so it did stall things for a while as people remained in line waiting for some of those pumps to open. So we've seen RVs, we've seen vans, we've seen people with their kids. And you know, I asked one driver what the most frustrating part was about trying to get back home after Irma, and he didn't say traffic, he didn't say any flooded roads or debris. He said it was all about the gas.
We went through half of Georgia and all the exits were even blocked off by cops. There was no lights, no power, no gas. So the cops were blocking off every exit.
So were you concerned that you might run out?
Hell yeah. I mean, that's why I'm waiting 45 minutes for this place. And then apparently some RV hit the emergency button, which caused the whole system to reset. So we're all sitting here knowing that they have gas, but they can't give us gas yet because they're trying to get their system up.
So a lot of frustrated drivers out here still trying to fill their gas tank so they can make it back home. And of course, Gas Buddy is a really good resource. I know along I-10, a lot of those gas stations are closed, so it's a good resource to tell you which gas stations just got gas and which ones are open. Reporting live on the north side, Crystal Moyer, Channel 4, the local station.
Joining us live from Mandarin, Crystal, and that's an area with those big trees, and those lines are so close, so they have had some big outages in that area.
Oh, definitely. And Mel, you said it's going to get hot. It is hot. I'm in Mandarin along Orange Picker Road. If you take a look behind me, JEA crews are working hard. You know, they have to get those tree cutters out there to cut all of the trees that have fallen onto the power lines. And this isn't a normal power line. This is a concrete power line. A tree snapped that concrete power line down, and what they're doing is trying to clear all the trees, clear all the debris before they can even get started on rewiring everything, getting another concrete pole up there, and getting power back. I know some people are complaining about losing power yesterday. Some people here in Mandarin, they've been without power since Saturday. So you can already see a crowd kind of forming here on the side. People have been walking up throughout the morning and throughout the day, saying they're excited that these crews are out here, and hopefully they will get power here soon. We spoke to one family that was out here just moments ago.
I'm so excited. I just can't wait because it's a lot of stuff I can get done around my house, and of course they want to play their games and I need power.
I like playing video games, and I can't really play my PS4 or my Xbox, and so I'm very sad.
So right now, JEA has nearly 800 restoration personnel working in the field to restore electricity to all the customers throughout the county. And JEA crews, you know, they're being assisted by several people, contractors, mutual aid crews from across the country. Some people from Destin, Florida, City Utilities of Missouri, Austin Energy, even CPS Energy from Texas. So, of course, a lot of hands on deck as people are trying to restore power throughout the area. And just some advice, if you're driving by, make sure you slow down. You know, they did not close the road here at Orange Picker Road, but it's just a two-way street. And as you can see, it's very close to some of the workers here trying to restore power. So for their safety and yours as well, you know, use some caution, slow down, and it wouldn't hurt to give them a little motivation, maybe a little cheer, clapping a little bit. I'm sure they would love that. Reporting live in Mandarin, Crystal Moyer, Channel 4, the local station.
And that's from our very own cheerleader, Crystal Moyer, who probably is giving them some cheers as they are out there. When that power comes on, Jen, it is like you won the lottery.
Don't you all want to cheer? Of course,
man.
jump up and down, do a backflip.